Naptown, the city that always sleeps. Most people think nothing happens in this town that is halfway between nothing and nowhere, but they would be wrong. There's plenty that goes on in this town for those willing to look. The industrial district is no stranger to shady business, so it is unsurprising that an abandoned warehouse seems unoccupied when the crew arrives. What secrets will unfold as they investigate the underbelly of the city that always sleeps? Okay, so where we last left off, you guys had gone to the office of Dr. Lennox Willis, and found out some facts about him. You guys are pretty sure he is a rift, and that is how he is doing some of the crazy stuff that you've seen happen, a la Victor Reed reanimating and attacking you guys with electrical powers. You also found a location of a hideout, and that he might be in deep with some ne'er-do-wells. So you guys decided to follow up on the lead and go check out this secret warehouse, this abandoned warehouse, which turned out to be not abandoned, as you pull up and see several box trucks outside and maybe a couple of cars.
All right, Zach. So first thing, I want to get all the license plate numbers of these cars and trucks, both.
Okay. Can you make a roll for that really quick? I need a penmanship roll.
So, these cars and trucks here, right? They're likely not up to any good. So, how do we feel about slashing all the tires?
That seems prudent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure, they won't get too far, right?
Cool. I'm gonna go around and start stabbing tires.
And before he gets to all of them, I'm gonna do a rosebush to just stab them with thorns to make it easier.
Well, now that does seem like it was more effective.
I mean, it certainly took a lot less time.
Alright, you have popped the tires.
Awesome.
So we don't see any people out and about?
Not moving outside currently. But it is also noon-ish.
They could be going to lunch.
Are there
it's
any-
noon?
You guys specifically said you're meeting in the morning, so it's probably actually like mid-morning.
For some reason in my head, I just was picturing nighttime.
Okay, so first, I have a note from last time that says it's mid-afternoon. And second, are there any windows?
Not at person level.
No, they'd be like up.
They'd be way high.
How many doors are there?
Multiple? Like, there's like bay doors as well as some side doors that like are more meant for people. So there's probably like large bay doors with a door next to it, and then on another side there's probably another door or two.
Do you mean double doors?
Bay doors works.
Are they called bay doors?
Like the really big ones.
Alright, so do we just want to like have one of us walk in the front door maybe? I mean, or should we like...
Or we could do our normal method of letting Faye scope the place out in disguise.
Oh, that's a good idea. My other suggestion was we load up with Tommy guns and drive in through one of those bay doors just shooting like crazy.
Do you have just a bunch of Tommy guns lying around?
Well, no.
I personally feel like I'd be less than useful with that tactic. I'm fine with
With what? With going shapeshifting or using the Tommy gun?
busting in and using a Tommy gun.
Well, they're really easy to use.
I am going to shapeshift and scope the place out.
I like how this arc began with Detective Tanner talking about how it's illegal to drink. What else is illegal? Manslaughter.
I thought you were going to say Tommy guns, and I was going to be like, no, they're not. They weren't illegal at this point.
No, the guns are fine. It's the killing people with them that's the problem.
Well, I didn't say I was going to kill everybody. I just,
Anyone is a problem.
Actually, he didn't even say he was gonna kill anyone. He said he was just gonna go in there and start shooting. He could just be shooting at the ceiling.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did say manslaughter. I didn't say murder.
Classic bank robber strategy. Just drive in, shooting your Tommy gun in the air. Anyway, roll me that sneaky roll, Caitlin.
Okay.
And what tags are you rolling?
Shapeshifting and raven shape. 8.
Dang it, I was really hoping you were going to roll 6, because you were definitely going to fly into a window. No, she's a bird, so you're like, so you're seen whispering. Okay, I have picked what has happened. So you are able to find an open window.
Alrighty.
And fly in to the building. What you see is a not abandoned warehouse. There are a lot of boxes stacked up and around. You do see some people milling about and talking, but you really can't hear what they're saying from the distance you are at.
Okay. Do I have to make another roll to get close enough to hear?
You can fly in closer, but that is your choice.
And there is isn't there like a stealth roll? Like
She's already done that. So she's a stealth.
That was the roll for shapeshifting and getting in the building. Okay.
Making the subtext of this game text. The way this game works is I can't do anything directly bad unless you guys fail rolls, or I give you warnings. So a lot of times you'll be given a choice, like you can leave now, or you can go double or nothing kind of thing, where it's like, well, if you go farther in, other bad stuff might happen to you, Faye. But you have now been warned, so bad stuff can happen.
There is a take the risk roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna get closer. Gotta get something useful.
When you do, I kind of want to make you roll take the risk just because it sounds funny. When you do something daring, risky, or outright stupid.
Well,
What'd you roll?
I haven't rolled yet.
What are you using?
Same thing.
Okay.
Even on a 7 and 9 on this roll, things get messy.
Again, hoping for a 6 or less.
7.
Dang it! I have a lot of good fail conditions for Caitlin. Her powers make failing fun. Okay, so you swoop down and land on some crates kind of near these people. And you do overhear one of them giving orders and telling everyone to move around, being like, he appears to be more of the boss.
What's he look like?
Think of typical, thug. A little shorter. Do I have a description for him? I might have written out.
So like a Napoleon type?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. So he's a skinny man of average height. He is about as unmemorable as you can imagine. There's nothing defining about him. And you might think that might be why he does well in the underworld and is a crime boss. Because, you look away and look at someone else and you already are forgetting what this guy looks like.
So, but wait, you said there's nothing definable about him. There's nothing interesting. Except the fact that there's nothing defining about him is defining.
It's more just he's unmemorable, though.
I think it's supposed to be paradoxical. So, do I suspect there's magic at play making him blend in? Because I kind of have that sort of magic myself that I can put on other people to make them focus on each other and not me.
I would say
be able to recognize that?
I don't feel like you noticed any magic. This guy is just bland. He is the vanilla ice cream of the people world.
Okay. All right. How many people are in this room?
There's him and then a handful of other people.
Okay. Out of character, what are we doing here again?
We are investigating the secret lab that's underneath here, or at least trying to find out, which was something we found in Lennox Willis's office.
So we think Lennox Willis is making more people here.
We think he's doing something here.
Okay.
It seems like he's tied to an organization that does business here.
Out of here.
We're
Okay.
just trying to figure out what that is.
Okay. So we seem to have found the mob that he's indebted to somehow.
That would be my guess.
Oh, and by the since you're down close, you can definitely tell this is bootlegging.
Got it.
From running.
Okay.
So that sounds like exactly what...
That sounds flammable.
It does. It does. Man, I'm really excited for Cody to just really make higher powers just pissed at Detective Tanner.
Okay, I think if there's nothing else that I can glean here, I will fly back out of the window.
So...
Seeing as Cody noticed that this sounds very flammable, can Faye turn into a bombardier beetle and ignite it? I'm mostly being facetious.
So as Faye tries to fly away, you notice that your shapeshifting powers are not working completely right.
Okay.
So is she a raven with Faye's face?
No, well, she
No.
goes to fly away. Well, first of all, Caitlin, you can mark your and attention on your shape-shifting one.
Can you give me a pencil?
Shape-shifting is the one is your third tag, right? Your third theme.
Yes.
You can mark attention to that as you try to fly away and you leap off the thing and turn back into a human woman.
In the warehouse? I
Yes.
just crash onto a box?
Yeah, you crash onto a box.
I didn't do that bad, did I?
You got 2 mixed successes about sneaking around and taking a risk, and you're in the presence of another magician. So I figured the 3 things combined is fair game, and you got a point to leveling up that skill.
Gotcha.
So I figured that was a fair...
Okay, so does she make, like, a loud crash, or what happens?
Yeah. So Faye leaps off this box as a bird, and then promptly turns back into a woman, and crashes into, like, a table, like, in the middle of all these guys.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Do we hear this outside?
Yes, you can hear Faye crashing.
So this is like in front of people?
Yes.
Or like just visible? Does that make sense? There's a difference between crashing onto the middle of a dinner table where people are eating dinner versus crashing in the kitchen where they can clearly see.
I'll say you're not, like, right in front of them, but you are very visible. Like...
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that they wouldn't see me.
Like,
or
they
that I
can't
can
reach
hide.
out and
I'm
grab
not expecting
you,
to hide.
but you also, like... But you're, like, there's no hiding at all.
No,
It's
I'm
like,
not expecting to do that.
So they all turn and see her, basically.
Sprawled on the ground. Yes. Okay.
Can I establish that for the rest of us, we were by, like, a slightly open door, so we can keep an eye on her? And so maybe we don't...
If you want to do that, you have to make a sneak check.
Okay.
Because you are trying to not get caught as well.
Yeah, I think I would have wanted to be close-ish for this exact reason. Like, I was already... I know that sounds like, oh yeah, I totally would have done that, but I was thinking it. It's just we didn't get to that.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I want to... If you want to do that role, I don't really have any good tags for specifically sneaking, because I'm more of the distraction, so...
So I want to use... and tell me if any of these you don't think these will apply. I want to use military strategy to, like, know where a good point to, like, hold up is, or a good point to be in case things go south, and then also premonitions. That way I can kind of be prepared in case someone is coming.
I'll give you those.
And good thing I used both of them, because that's exactly a 7.
Okay. You are able to crack a door. I'm going to say your disadvantage is you have line of sight on Faye until she fails. So you know... You, like, can see her as the bird and are keeping an eye on her, and then you see her get into trouble, but you can't currently see her now.
That's for both of us, or...
I mean, you're the only one rolling right now.
Oh, I thought Mandy also rolled.
Well, I think what it is if we're looking through, like, a door, only one person realistically can be there, so that's you. And then as soon as we kind of have an idea of what's happening, we can go from there.
Right, so, like, with the way the boxes are set up, you can see Faye, you can't gain any information of, like, the scene, and then once Raven Faye is no longer Raven Faye, you lose sight of her because she, like, goes beneath the boxes.
Okay. As soon as that happens, I draw my gun and kick the door in.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Never mind.
Oh, were you gonna do something?
I was gonna do something.
Not anymore, you're not. Alright, so, they have guns drawn. Who's doing stuff? Well, sorry. The people that are not the boss have guns drawn. The boss does not have any guns.
This is just like in Spider-Man when I'm trying to sneak around and, like, hoist the people up and take them all out without being seen, and then somebody sees me, and then I have to fight, like, 50 people with guns.
Or Assassin's Creed, where it's like, yeah, do this mission stealthily. That's not gonna happen.
Well, thankfully, it's apparently only a handful of people. I think I don't think I should take one of the first slots just because I have no idea what's happening. So
I assume that I'm taking the first slot because I'm the one that kind of initiated this. I'm, like, trying to get to Faye to get in a defensive position, like, basically to try to protect her.
All right.
But I am not shooting at the people.
Okay. I guess that will be a... Sorry, I'm trying to pull up my moves sheet. I don't have them on memorized. I guess that's going to be a change the game roll?
That's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know if I really have any tags.
Anything military related, I would say.
Yeah,
I'd probably say my military strategy
Yeah.
there as well.
Maybe predict foes moves.
That one I kind of was more thinking for when I'm actually fighting. I don't know.
Okay.
It's difficult with those two.
I mean, you can roll your one thing and see how it goes for you.
Oh, and I said the wrong thing earlier. When the thing I was doing for sneaking, I meant to do danger sense, not premonitions. Premonitions is a separate thing.
Okay.
I don't really know how, like, that tag is kind of confusing, or that theme is kind of confusing. I need to figure out how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
But okay, so I'll use military strategy, and I guess, predict foes moves kind of makes sense since we are in combat, even though I'm not directly fighting.
Okay.
Man, that is another 7.
Woo! Okay, with a 7, you can create a tag, you can reduce a status, or you can burn a power or story tag.
Wait, how does...
You have 1 juice, and they can use for any of those three.
I should have 2 juice, right?
Oh yeah, you use 2. Sorry, I was still thinking you were using 1. Yeah,
Okay.
you have 2 juice.
I just want to make sure I was understanding the move, right? I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say that when I got to Faye, I kind of pulled her behind like let's say there's a table, kind of something that, like, I get behind something sturdy. I give us a tag for cover of some sort.
Sounds good.
I have a thought of what I would like to do, if you don't mind, Mandy.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I want Detective Tanner to, like, be following pretty close behind, Seamus, sorry. And as soon as he sees, like, them get behind cover, I kind of want to get out in the open. And on my way there, can I, like, grab a bottle and just smash it on the floor and then light my lighter? And just be like, now let's all just calm down for a moment before anything fiery and drastic happens.
You can make a...
That also sounds like change the game.
I was going to say a convince.
Or convince someone.
I could see convince. I'm kind of trying to convince them not to fight us right now.
So here's a question. When you smashed that on the ground, did you smash it at your own feet?
Like right in front of me, yes.
I mean, how far away are the people? And, like, is that even a threat for them?
I mean, like, I'm standing in crates, like, we're amongst crates, right?
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
And this is like a moonshining operation. So I imagine this would be like, if the building caught on fire, it would immediately be very bad for everybody, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for some reason I thought you, like, got yourself into the open and smashed a bottle at your feet.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I want to be visible, but I still imagine I'm, like, within boxes, right? Like, it's still a bad place for open flames.
Anyway, roll me them. What tags are you using, and rolling them up?
I'm staring the leader in the eyes, and I'm using hypnotizing eyes, and I'm also using calm authority.
Okay, roll that up.
So that's a 9.
Okay. Now, let's not do anything drastic.
I agree with that. We're on the same page.
I'll give you guys 1 chance to leave. You can take your friend and never come back.
Well, now, slightly problematic. 1, I kind of think you'll shoot me in the back, if I'm being honest. And 2, hi, my name's Detective Tanner. How are you?
How is number 2 a problem?
It's not a problem, I just want to chat. I want to get to know you. I guess the problem is I want to get to know you a little bit better.
He turns to the thugs and says, take care of him.
Okay, I just drop the lighter and run.
Okay, that is noted. The building is starting to be on fire. Faye or Darling, what you about?
Sorry, the way that this went means that I have to rethink what I was going to do, so...
Yeah, some idiot's just trying to blow up an entire crime scene.
Well, one idiot ran in, and then the other idiot ran in, so...
Man, am I right?
Right?
Just 2 idiots.
I think what you mean is that one hero ran in and then one idiot followed him.
I got you, Faye. Nothing bad's gonna happen now. Flips down wooden table.
Okay, so real quick. Okay, what are the other people what are the guys doing? What is the mob doing?
At this point, I think, without a face the danger roll, they're starting to fire at Detective Tanner. So he's not...
Am I taking damage from that? Do I need to face the danger?
No, you're, like... It's... Narratively, they're starting to shoot at you. But you said you booked it.
Okay, if they are starting to shoot at Detective Tanner, I am gonna throw up a thorn bush to shield with... I'm guessing that would be a change the game.
That would definitely be a change the game, yes.
Okay. I think that's really the only tag I can use right now. Unless I can count distraction.
No, you're not trying to distract, you're trying to protect.
Well, that's okay. I still got a 10, so...
Cool, you get a minimum of 2 juice then, so it made 0 difference.
Yeah, perfect.
And you can do all the things I told Vinny and then some.
Your rose bushes catch on fire and now it's a weapon.
That's actually kind of what I'm going to do. So I am going to create a story tag of barrier, and then... the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prolong the effect so that it will eventually catch on fire and add to the burning of the building.
Okay, so right now, Seamus, Faye, well, I guess everyone, because I'm assuming Darling isn't in sight. Well, Darling doesn't have this, but she can't be shot right now. But everyone else has a barrier of 1 that they can add to their face the danger rolls until they leave cover.
Awesome.
Or if someone has juice left over, does anyone have juice left over right now?
Don't think so.
Well, if you have juice left over, you can also burn that. Someone could burn the tags and get a 10.
How much did this is where I I'm not completely sure how juice works, but so
do you use 1 or 2 juice to make your status?
that's where I'm not sure. Like,
if you use 1, it will be a barrier of 1. If you use 2, it will be a barrier of 2.
okay.
I only used 1 because I want to use the other juice to prolong the effect.
Right, so the barrier Mandy made will stay. Like, it doesn't get used up when Cody uses it. The barrier that you and Faye have is a one-time use.
It's a one-time use of barrier 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That works.
Cool. Faye, what you doing?
I think... Have I determined that my magic won't work?
You just struggle with using your magic around magicians. Okay. So the way this is going to work mechanically is if you want to play into that, you'll get a -1 if you try to attack the other magician.
Do we know which one that is? I'm assuming it's the main guy, but I don't know that.
You can take an educated guess. There's one guy who's not toting a gun right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use make others focus on each other, not me, to try to make the people with guns suspicious of their boss's motives.
Okay.
And that would be a change the game, giving them the tag distracted.
Yes.
So
roll them dice. Are you doing anything other? Make people turn on each other. I would say you could use Men of Power if you wanted.
Okay.
Because you are trying to make them suspicious of the person actively in charge of them.
Yeah. I'm trying to push the idea that the people, the guy in authority may not have their best interests at heart. Woo, that's an 11.
Woo.
About time.
So, you can create a story tag, burn a power story tag, give or reduce a status, scale up the effects, prolong the effects, hide the effects, any other improvement you and the MC agree on. Since you're affecting people, the effects will be prolonged regardless, so you don't need to use a juice for that.
Okay.
So you could do a level 2 status to them. You could...
Because that would make them more inhibited.
Mm-hmm. Well,
right?
It would make them closer to being defeated.
Okay.
The way it works is there's 2 ways you can do stuff. You can inhibit them with certain things, and you can also move them to the tracks of defeating them. The way they work is they don't really roll anything, so they just do damage to you. So inhibiting them doesn't really inhibit them like it inhibits you. Does that make sense?
I think so, but it means that you can't... It's not worthwhile to do anything that's not on a defeating track. You know what I mean? That's just a waste of time.
Everything can be a defeating track.
Okay, can they get distracted to death?
I don't think they would get distracted to death. They would get distracted to the point of giving up on the fight and leaving because they don't believe in the... you remember in Iron Man 3 where he kills 2 guys and the other guy's just you know what? This is weird and I'm leaving. And then he just walks off. We could kill the guys that way.
Okay.
Right, and that's the thing. There are other ways. These guys you can't talk down. So you're not going to be able to convince them to give up their life of crime.
Right.
But you can convince them that maybe today isn't the day I want to die.
Okay.
And you doing Distracted 2 is working towards a track.
Cool.
Now the question is, what do the rest of us do to advance that track?
And if things are very, very applicable, sometimes they will help you on your rolls, but just not generally. Anyway, anyone can go again.
They all seem pretty distracted right now, right? Their base is on fire, there's rose bushes everywhere.
Oh, the fire is getting worse, by the way.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide what I want to do because I could shoot them, but then that's just going down a different track of defeating them than what we've already started.
So are they actively shooting at us at all?
Narratively, yes.
Narratively, yes.
The thing is, they won't actually do put tags on us unless we attack them.
Or once you start failing rolls, I can start hurting you guys.
Yeah.
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 I want to try to investigate and see if there's any hidden basement or hidden area or people besides this. Does that make sense? Is at face value, we just busted into nothing but a
bootlegger hideout.
This is just bootleggers, and I'm comfortable with lighting them on fire and leaving them here with no cars, if that's the case. But if there's a Frankenstein in the basement, we gotta go handle that, and I don't really care about the upstairs. You know what I mean?
I guess make an investigate roll. I am gonna say you're gonna get a -2 because you're literally in a firefight.
Well, okay, maybe I won't do that then. I was kind of thinking because they're like distracted, there's fire.
They're still trying to shoot you.
Okay, I won't do that then. I'm just gonna,
You're right. You're the person who lit the building on fire. They're not gonna care about him anymore.
I think I'm gonna sprout a bone axe from my arm and just sprint through the rose bushes and the fire and try to kill that main guy.
Cool.
I'm just gonna try to axe him in the face. Because he seems unjust and he tried to kill me.
All right.
In no particular order.
That did not go well for me.
What'd you roll?
You know what? I'm only applying 2 tags and I cannot drag this up. So that's a 5.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah, didn't go well for old Tanner.
Sorry, I'm reading what happens when you completely fail this. Cool, I just get to inflict stuff on you. This is fun. They don't talk a lot about you failing.
Because they hope you don't.
Probably. So what he is going to do is you charge at him like in a berserker-ish rage, and what he's going to do is he's going to sidestep you, and then he like hits you in the back, but it feels like he's hitting you basically with like a piece of concrete. Like it's a heavy stone, and you're gonna take another physical track of status 2.
Would that add on top of Crush?
Yes. I was also going to say, I forgot to mention this before we started, you guys could all go down 1 status on your physical tier.
Okay. Well, in that case, it stays right where I was.
Yeah, since you guys did have a night of sleep, and that does help you heal some.
Can I face the danger on that?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I am going to face the danger with Giant's Hide. Let's see if I can roll better this time. No, 6.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. You take the full brunt of that.
Yup.
Yikes.
As he smacks you in the back and you topple into a bunch of crates. They don't fall over, but you do you smack into a wooden wall, which is not pleasant. Who's next?
Okay, I want to try something, and I'm not sure if this is sneak around or change the game. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am a main target currently because I didn't rush in at all compared to everyone else. So what I would like to do is I would like to kind of get around the crates and see if one of the mobsters seems to be, I don't know, like the weak link. Like maybe he's freaking out a little bit.
What are you attempting to do with this?
Well, okay, I'm assuming I have to do that roll first because then what I want to do is I want to use my dominatrix power to make him turn on his fellow friends.
Okay, so I'm going to say you don't need to make the sneak around roll. It's a hectic environment.
Oh, okay.
You can just make I'm going to say this is going to be a hit with all you got.
Okay.
Because that fits more than change the game. What?
Emotionally.
Yeah, well, it says hit with all you got is not just physical. It also says psychic powers, evil banishing, children's rhymes, or political influence in the city can be hit with all you got.
Great.
So
I love it. And I'm going to add confine the weak link, dominatrix, and control the will of others.
Yeah, I would say all those fit.
Nice. That is a 9.
All right, choose one of these. You can. So first you get to add a status of 3 to these guys, and I'm gonna say it's to so the thugs are acting as a group, so it just adds it to the group.
Okay.
So you get to add a status of 3 to the thugs.
Ooh. Okay.
And then you get to choose. You can take cover or secure a superior position. If you don't do this, I get to impose a status on you.
Okay.
You can get them good, which does +1
okay.
to the tier. So you do a 4 instead of a 3.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same list, so I can see it all.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. So I only get to choose one of these because it's a 7 to 9. Okay. I think
correct.
The status tier. What do they right now? They just have distracted, right?
Correct.
And I'm assuming it would have to be something else kind of mentally, not...
Yeah, to keep going on that, which is what you're doing anyway. You're trying to convince them of stuff. And the distracted is suspicious distracted, not what's going on?
I want to give them a tier 3 afraid.
Okay.
Because something is happening within their group.
Okay.
And now, will this either... If I hold the target's attention, does that mean that this would just keep happening? Or, because that's an option. Like is this like a 1 round thing?
If you hold their attention, what it means is they focus on you instead of going after someone else. So until someone interacts with them, they're going to attack you.
Okay.
More so is what it means, I believe. Let me see if this tells me.
Okay, are we planning on this being like a 1 round thing? Like, is that what the tier 3 would be? Is just
no, it stays. It stays with them.
It stays. Okay, in that case, I'll just go ahead and excuse me. I would just go ahead and take cover. So I think what happens is, Darling like sneaks around a bunch of crates, and she can tell there's one guy who's like hanging back, and he doesn't want to get too involved in the fight because, like, I don't know, a thorn bush suddenly sprung up. That's kind of weird, and this is making him nervous. So she just like reaches out a hand real quick, touches his back, and causes him to just like fire all over the place. And that kind of controls his, like, now he's even more afraid. And then she just slinks back into the shadows. All
right, so as you touch him, this guy starts to, like, freak out, and you can see it, like, demoralizing the rest of them. Like they're shooting, like, they're like, looking for Tanner and trying to see stuff, but they're just, like, getting, like, more, like, freaked out. Like, they weren't planning on having a gunfight today, and, you know, this is, like, a routine operation, and it's now hit the fan, so to speak, and they're like all like twitchy now as you guys are like dodging in and out of cover, you know. And the guy in back is like, whoa, like, what if we're the bad guys? Like, what should we be doing? Like, you know, like having a
what if we were the bad guys?
Are we the baddies?
I love it.
He's just sitting there like starting to freak out, and you can see it's like unstabilizing the rest. Like the rest of the group is like not handling him freaking out well.
So what happened to the leader? Is he gone?
No, he just punched Detective Tanner in the back.
Oh, that's right. So I haven't gone this round, right? I think
you have not. You and Faye have not.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull up my. I guess I already have my gun. I'm gonna start just shooting at the leader, thinking that if you take out the leader, the others will be demoralized and not want to fight anymore.
All right, shoot him up.
All right, get my tags. Okay, I'm using my Grandfather's Colt 45 and my quick reload mod is that toe-to-toe?
No, this is hit with all you got.
Hit with all you got.
Toe-to-toe is more if you're like grappling them for a purpose. So like if you were trying to race him somewhere or try to get something out of his hand or something like that, that's good toe-to-toe.
Oh boy, that is a 13.
Too bad you don't have dynamite moves yet.
Yeah. Oh, is that what those do?
Yeah, dynamite means if you had a 12 plus, you get to do crazy stuff. Anyway, hit with all you got. You can take cover, and so you can not take a damage when you fight him. You can get him good, so add +1 to the tier of damage. You control collateral damage. You hold his attention if possible, or you gain a juice by gaining the upper hand.
And I get to choose 2, right?
Yep, you get to choose 2.
I think I will. Yeah, I think I'll maintain my cover, just staying kind of popping up from behind the cover I've got, taking the shot, and then ducking right back down. And I think I'll also get them good.
Okay. You had 2.
Could I have gotten them good twice?
I think you're allowed to.
Can you do the same one multiple times?
I think you're allowed to. Probably not.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Because everything else you couldn't do twice. You couldn't like take cover twice.
So that means he can't hit me back then? Is that how that works?
Yeah, he can't. I can't inflict a status on you.
Oh dang, awesome.
I mean, you're using your thing to not get hit. So he has shot 3 because you used 2 tags, right?
Yep.
So yeah, he shot 3. So he looks.
Why is it 3?
Because you used hit him good.
Oh, tier equals power. Got it. Nice.
Faye.
So amidst all the chaos of everything that's been going on, Faye wants to try to find an exit to the basement, like while everybody's distracted, and potentially sneak away to find it.
I'm gonna say the same thing I said to Cody. You're gonna be doing an investigate at a -2.
Shouldn't I get an advantage for all the distraction that there is?
You're still in a firefight, and it's hard to do an in-depth investigation when bullets are whizzing around you and a building is on fire.
Okay.
Like, people are actively trying to hurt you, so it's not like you can just walk around and, like, search willy-nilly. So if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'm just
No, I do. I'm gonna do someone has my back and intelligent.
Doesn't the someone has my back refer to your brother?
Does that only have to refer to him?
I thought so.
Okay.
But the good team player and Rich do not. Like, the someone has my back is, like, specifically when he's in a scene helping you.
Can I use good team player then?
You can use good team player, yes.
Okay. 7.
Okay.
Do I find the door but I can't get to it without exposing myself?
You are able to pretty easily find what you're looking for. You know, you're a trained investigator of sorts. But you had to move around some, and you are going to be... a stray bullet does try to manage to find its way to your shoulder, so make me a face the danger roll.
Can I use shapeshift limbs out of harm's way?
You can, and you can use Vinny's barrier if you want.
Yes, so that would be...
+3.
+3. 11.
Okay, right as you see it, not that you can see bullets, but, you have a feeling that you're about to get hit and duck out of the way just in time as the table, what once was a table, is shattered in front of you and offers you 0 cover now.
So here's a question. Since Faye exposed herself, are these guys more distracted now? Sorry, I couldn't help but make the joke.
Okay, who's up next?
Did we find a door?
Yes.
Is that what... Okay, I'm running for that door.
Okay. Oh, by the way, the building is doing even worse.
I'm okay with that.
So what move is this? Is this a take risk?
Yeah.
Take the risk?
Because, so the door is in a place where there is no cover. So if you just...
I'm cool with that.
Okay. Make me a roll.
Yeah, so whatever roll I need to make.
You're taking the risk to run across, so I guess you can...
Can I say Giants hide and call authority?
Yes, but I'm saying, I'm combining your face the danger with this.
Yeah. Right. So I'm not going to make a separate face the danger roll.
Right. I just want to make sure we're clear up front. So, yes, you can do that.
All right. That's a 10, finally. Good lord.
Yeah, so, by some miracle, you just sprint across...
They just bounce off.
By some miracle, I get shot a bunch. I'm just good at getting shot. It's one of my skills.
You are able to get to this, hatch in the floor, and you can lift it up, and I'm assuming you hop down. Who's next? We'll come back to Detective Tanner in a minute.
So what's the status of the leader dude?
He is shot 3.
Okay,
which is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Shoot him again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot him again. That is a 9.
Same things as before, or less choices than before. No, same.
Yep, this time I'm just going to hit him good. So it's another 3
All right.
coming at him.
So he is bleeding out 4. So he's at a status 4.
But I get hit back.
Yes, he is going to cast some magic at you, and after you shoot him, all of a sudden a spark hits your gun, and the gunpowder in your gun backfires at you, and you're going to take a status of burned 2. Which you can face the danger for, I guess, if you have things that are...
see. Man, maybe take a pounding?
Okay, I'll allow that.
I just realized I have my uncanny instinct, that whole theme I haven't been using for combat, but that's whatever. Do that later.
Or I'd say probably not can take a pounding, because this feels like more just being beaten up, but I'd say you could probably use your danger sense.
I think it would be danger sense or predict foe's move. That's where I need to define these better.
Yeah, one of those.
Okay.
You can use one of...
I can add 1 somehow.
The point is you can add 1.
So I'm adding 1, and I got a 13.
Okay. So you see, what's happening, and you are able to drop the gun as he, points at it. You're like, this doesn't seem good.
So I avoid it completely?
Yes.
Okay.
Narratively, you drop your gun, but mechanically, nothing bad happens. And with that, you can see him slump over as he is very hurt and probably dead. Ladies, what are you doing?
Are there still mobsters shooting?
Yes.
Okay.
They are quite afraid now.
Okay, yeah, I'm still significantly wounded from our encounter of yesterday.
Even after reducing it by 1?
Oh, nothing got reduced.
He said we could reduce 1.
One night, okay, yes, then I'm still significantly hurt. So can I sneak around and try to follow Detective Tanner into that door?
Yep, you can make a sneak around.
Perfect. And I'm gonna roll with can I have a +1 for the ongoing barrier? Well, I get a +1 for the ongoing barrier. Any chance I can add an additional 1 on that because it's on fire?
No.
All right, that's okay.
I'm also gonna say, if you want, I'm gonna invoke your weakness tag, memorable face.
Okay.
So you get a
But they haven't seen me yet.
Have they not seen you at all?
No, I didn't run in.
Okay.
Yeah, she cast the rose bush for from the doorway.
Yeah. They haven't seen me yet. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I got an 8.
I have noted your failure.
Great.
I have noted your failure.
That's a great way to say that. There's something going wrong.
Just so much dad disappointment dripping off of that.
I know, right?
It's more like boss reviewing you, like, you know, like, okay, we're doing a test to see if you can get certified. I have noted your failure.
Great.
So here's the thing. I'm going off book a little bit because, like, some things just, like, don't always work.
Yeah.
I have a bad thing that I'm going to do, like, the Star Wars way where, like, a bad thing has happened. It has been noted.
Okay. No, I'm totally fine with that. Do I make it in the door, though?
Yep, you can hop down that way.
So here's the question, though. Is this one of those where it's like, you have a specific thing that's going to happen eventually and you're just not telling us, or you don't even know what it is and you're just going to figure it out when it makes sense to figure it out?
I know exactly what it is. The other thing is if you guys are cool with it, it allows me to put things in my back pocket for a scene. That way, like, I don't have to just wait for you guys to roll badly for bad things to happen.
Totally fine with that.
Where it's like, oh, look, something bad happens. Like, well, like, okay, you're just talking to a guy. You can't have, like, him notice something about you because he's a no-name goof. But something has happened. It has been noted.
Great.
So, Faye, are you doing anything? Are you trying to run to join them?
There's still people with guns standing around, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to try to intimidate them more,
I was gonna convince them to leave.
Okay, good. That's what I was gonna do, but not my turn.
Basically.
Cool. You can roll, but you get a +4 because the building's on fire.
Oh.
That's how bad the building's on fire. Note that as you guys go deeper into it.
I'm gonna do won't take no for an answer.
Okay. So +5.
+5.
Don't
10.
I was gonna say it's not possible to fail.
Right. You did it. They book it. They're done.
Alright, I join them then.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can I move on my turn as well?
Yeah, you guys hop down. As a note, remember the way statuses work is when something hits 5, that's like hospitalization for humans, and 6 is irrevocable death. This building...
If the building hits 6, does that mean we're dead or the building is dead?
It means the building, like, collapses.
And kills us? Like, is this a track we need to worry about? I'm asking if this is technically damage on us.
I guess I in my mind assumed that it would just be like the top 4 collapses and then we might be trapped. I didn't think that basement would collapse or catch on fire as well.
Yeah.
You're not going to die. I'm just saying Cody has made your guys' bed.
Okay, like, we're dealing with being trapped down there, though. We're not dealing with the basement collapsing.
What I'm saying is, like, you guys are at a disadvantage for upcoming scenes in this building. Because you are either running out of time, or they will be able to, you are running out of time because this building is coming down.
Okay.
All right.
And you won't die if you stay in there too long, but it doesn't mean you'll get everything you want either.
Okay.
I'm just making sure that the physics is working the same way in both of our heads.
I'm confused about how you're confused.
You seem to be implying that it's really bodily harmful to us to do this, as if we're going to get crushed.
You're not going to get crushed.
Okay.
You guys might be very injured, but, like, I'm not going to kill your characters.
No, I know that. I just don't understand why
I'm letting you know,
injured.
like, once this hits a certain point, regardless of where you guys are at, you guys will fail.
Okay. I think.
So, say you go down here and you're investigating. You have X turns before the building just collapses and you can get nothing more. Say you go down there and there's a guy you're trying to talk to and convince to do something. You have X turns before the building collapses and he runs away. Say you're fighting someone, like a Frankenstein monster. You have X turns before the building collapses and the monster goes away into the night.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess the way you presented it, it sounded like it's dangerous, we might die. That's how I interpreted it, and I think that's what was stuck in our heads.
Well, it is dangerous, and but I just want you guys to know, like, choices have been made. Someone wanted to light the building on fire, and you guys are going deeper into said building. I'm saying you're not going to come away unscathed.
Thermal detonators all over again. Okay, all right.
And I don't want people to be upset when the building collapses.
Okay.
So you guys lower yourselves down, follow these stairs down. It is what you'd think of to be a hidden room cellar for bootlegging operations, though it is empty of all alcohol. Well, not all alcohol, but it is not used for bootlegging currently. What you do see is what looks to be rows that are used as a lab. So there's a lot of chemicals and stuff on shelving, like in rows. There is a lot of like weird science stuff around. And as you guys step down there, you hear a voice yell at you, "Go away!" as a lightning bolt arcs in your direction.
Well, this is a complete Hames.
What?
It's Irish slang.
Oh.
I've said it twice before and nobody noticed.
Well, we did this time.
Hey Wanderers, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Naptown Chronicles. If you'd like more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, you can check out the Wandering Gamer Network website. We also post Let's Plays that we do on YouTube under the username Wandering Gamer Network. We have live streaming of these episodes on Twitch most Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so stop by and chat with us for a while. We can be found at Wandering_Gamer_Network. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The intro and outro music was composed by the talented Caitlin Balgman, who is the voice of Faye Cameron in this podcast. All other music is from bensound.com or the public domain. Now, sleeper, it is time to rest, and remember, it's the gods who envy us.